They issued us a PO to basically go scope this project for a week. And so we went out and we touched as many bases as we could in a week.
We had literally people from almost every division in the company working on this.
We were nervous.
And really just being able to come up with a plan in basically under a week.
Within about 2 days, we found a route that physically we could clear without lifting bridges. And so now the major hurdle that we had is how the heck are we going to get all these utilities removed? I mean, the route survey, literally, it was hit wire, hit wire, hit wire. But after we sat down and talked as a team, we came to the conclusion that we thought we could do it and went back to the customer and said, let's move forward. We're having meetings with all the different foremen and superintendents from these utility companies, and we're running out of time, and if we don't get it done, we made the wrong call and we have an unhappy customer and a project that's not going to be done on time. Meanwhile, our permitting team's working with the state on the traffic control plans that they need to get this project done and to the finish line.
Traffic control plan was really important for the project because we were on small rural 2-lane roads and the piece was as large as, if not larger than, the road itself.
Our engineering team's working on how we're going to position the vessel on the trailer to reduce the overall height.
So one of the things we did to accommodate the overall height on this vessel and try to minimize every inch we could get was we rotated the vessel 6 degrees. The bolting lugs at the bottom of the vessel were the highest point for the overall height, and rotating them kind of took them out of that plane. We went with a 120-degree inclusive angle supporting around the vessels to keep them in shape. There were several nozzles protruding right into where we wanted to support the saddles, so we had to cut holes in the saddles and reinforce around those to make sure that they were structurally sound. We ended up giving about an inch of space between the saddle and the vessel, and we filled that with 2 inches of foam.
We finally get everything in place. We get the crews lined up, we get the OKs from all the utility companies, and Saturday night at 10 o'clock we start rolling.
We had 2 pilot cars out front. The first load, 2 pilot cars in the middle. The second load, 2 pilot cars in the rear. We had bucket trucks behind that and bucket trucks in front of that.
It was going to be a 2-night haul, and that in itself was complicated because out here along this route, the country roads are 22 feet wide, and there's not a lot of big wide parking spots or way stations or truck stops that you can pull off in. So our superintendents found a spot about halfway along the route.
We traveled 8 hours the first night and 4.5 hours the second night. Depending on where we were at and what we were raising at the time, we were anywhere between a 1.5 mile long. So we had to figure out where to put bucket trucks, how to get our own pilot cars around, what we had to do in a 22-foot wide road to move a 22-foot wide piece.
Made it without incident the first night to the first stop. So then the second night, everyone was relieved. We kind of had a feeling for how it was going to go, and spirits were high.
We had to pull all the street lighting off of one side of the street in order for the loads to clear. On some of the more rural roads, we did have problems with longitudinal wires running with the direction of traffic, that we literally had to put bucket trucks out in the fields and pull and raise wires towards the fields to get them out of the lane of traffic.
The state of Oregon has loved to put in roundabouts, so we had a lot of fun roundabouts to navigate in the wrong way, and we made it to our facility. We transloaded first thing that morning and got it onto the line trailers and got it over to site and offloaded without incident. There's many great companies out there that have moved bigger, heavier, longer stuff than us. The part about this project that makes it special and makes it different is that the team was able to put together all of these pieces in such a short time frame. I couldn't be more proud of the team that jumped on this thing, worked around the clock, collaborated together. More than anything, I think it was just like what we ourselves didn't think was possible, we were able to get done.